A good day to you, and thank you very much for joining us once again today. My name is Dakpo Aruwajo. It's a continuation of what we started yesterday, looking at the budget of the Golden Jubilee. We're looking at the Golden Jubilee budget. That's the budget of Lagos State, 813 billion naira. That's what we're looking at this morning. Yesterday, we had the Commissioner for Finance, Akemi Ashade, here on the program. But today, I have the Chairman, House Committee on Health, a member representing Lagos State House of Assembly, Ekpe Constituency 2, Honorable Segun Olulade. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you also. And Happy New Year from the House of Assembly and the Lagos State government, because at least we have the budget now for the year 2017. And let's critically look at what your constituency now in the budget. That's the health constituency, the health sector. 51.5 billion naira was earmarked for that sector. Okay, is that enough, or we need more?
Well, I would say it will never be enough, and but we must also look at the availability of these funds. And also for us in Lagos State, we are blessed to have a governor who believes in health sector, and we have seen the ingenuity in creating wealth and opening opportunities for development in our state. And coming to the issue of health here, we know this year we'll be having what we call the health insurance scheme. And that alone will make health available to everybody. We have free access of health care provision for the people of Lagos State. And because through the health insurance scheme, which is mandatory by the law, that everybody must have an health insurance scheme in Lagos State.
So you get registered before, you must be a Lagosian before you benefit from such, the health
Yes,
scheme.
you must be a Lagosian, because when we say a Lagosian is everybody that resides in Lagos, in Lagos State as a whole. So you must be a Lagosian for you to be able to access, to enjoy that platform. And that will also give you room, even in our private hospitals. It's not only limited to the public hospital, it's also for the private hospitals that are involved in the health insurance scheme. So, and since it's mandatory, we believe that every private hospital will also be. But most important thing is that the rich will be paying for the poor, and people will have access to quality medical care.
If you mean the rich paying for the poor, can you explain?
Yeah, well, because if I'm paying in view of my status, if I'm paying, say, 20,000 naira for the scheme, and somebody who is below my status can be paying 1,000, 2,000, as the case might be, and upward, and it make it and that also make it also the fact that it's not everybody that will be sick at the same time, and there are so many ailments that takes away money from the pocket of people. It makes the rich to be poor. So if you are involved in the insurance scheme, it takes away that burden from you, because the insurance will take care of some of the payments that you might need in taking care of the scheme.
Wonderful. That's nice. So what's your major focus now, talking about this 51.5?
Yeah, our major focus is to provide quality health care in Lagos State. And in doing that, we're buying more equipment. We're completing the ongoing facilities that we have across the state, where the Ayin Care House will come to be this year, and we expect that all our other MCC that are ongoing projects over the years will now be completed, and we can now start having. And we are also talking about the primary health sector, the primary health centers across the state. Now we're starting to renovating a lot of them. So, and in doing that, as we renovate them, as we put equipment there, then decide to be more functional than before. And our referral system will be strengthened this time around. So you cannot just say, I have malaria and I'm going to a general hospital in your area. You will have seen a primary health center within that particular jurisdiction, and that can easily look into those ailments. And if you now need to be referred to a secondary facility, that's the general hospital, that can be done. And from there, if you also need a tertiary, that's for lawsuits. But now people just leave their house and go to lawsuits and that's why you continue to see crowd of people coming in, and you continue to have situations like we don't have beds.
Okay, let's take it from there, because yesterday someone called on the program was complaining about the service they receive hospitals such as Lasuth and maybe Luth sometimes. He mentioned that overcrowding, and also you have like one doctor to like almost, I don't even know the figures now.
With this budget now, with the golden budget for this year in health sector, we are engaging a lot of doctors, a lot of personnel. We're going to employ personnel within the health sector, and talking about people using our facility. If we look back to some 10, 15, 20, 25 years, and you can have a perception about what is to be happening, so to say, in the health sector. I mean, in our secondary or tertiary facilities. But I must tell you that we have shifted. We have moved forward. Now the services there, I go there. I go on schedule visits to some of our hospitals, even on Sundays, on public holidays. I will just go there and visit some of them, and what we meet on ground, and we engage those who are using these facilities to ask to get a feedback from them and get to know what is going on in those facilities. So some people will just have a bad experience on the past and believe that's the same thing that's still going on. Now, no. But for now, we have a way of monitoring them, and if anyone is reported to engage in any act that does not befit the calling of health provider or health carer, then such fellow will be dealt with. But I must say we are improving in terms of service delivery, and we will continue to improve. Our service charter is being followed across board. So I believe that if anybody is talking about the nurses in the past or the doctors in the past, then maybe the fellow is not too conversant with what is going on currently in our hospitals.
The person also mentioned the toilets, the dilapidated state of the toilet, the facilities around there. Is that true?
I would say yes and no. Yes, for a while we used to have such issues, and that's why even when we know that we do not have enough toilet that could take care of these patients, the influx of the patients, now we are thinking of having more in such hospitals. So that's why I cannot say totally we're there, but I must say that we are improving. We're taking care of every slags that people can be looking at today. I mean, in the past today in our hospitals, and I must say that they have the opportunity of making complaints. We've informed our medical directors to put their phone numbers so that the public can easily know their phone numbers in their respective hospitals, so that people can easily call and find out information if they need any.
Okay, because I was going to go to that really, the feedback. Did they have a suggestion box? Because you mentioned the phone numbers.
They do have suggestion box. We've been on so many programs. We've given out, as a public office holder, our numbers are out there for public.
So your number, they could reach you also?
Yes, my number is everywhere. Everybody knows my number. Is easy. I mean, you even when you go to my website, my official website, you can always get it there. If you go on the Lagos State website, you can get my number. So it's everywhere. So people should take advantage of what we have on ground now, rather than complaining. And we've moved forward from where we were. No doubt we were in those places before, but now things are improving and we're getting quality services in our facilities. Okay. And when we talk about competent hands, we have it in Lagos State. Wonderful. And like I said, the Ayinke House is coming up. The MCC in Ekpe, MCC in Badagry, MCC in Etiosa, all these are part of the budget for this year. Okay. Bagada Cardiac and Renal Center will come to be, the BT in Lasut, all these things within a few days now, we'll start seeing the manifestation of it. Wonderful. Since the budget has been passed.
Wonderful. I need to interrupt you, Honorable Lade. We need to go on a short break. Or we'll come back. A lot of questions for the Honorable. Don't go anywhere, please. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, I still have Honorable Segun Olulade, a member representing Ekpe constituency in Lagos State House of Assembly. He's also the chair, House Committee on Health. Thank you for staying with us, please.
Thank you.
Okay, we're looking at how much has been earmarked for the health sector in Lagos State. But let's talk about generally now. I believe your role at the end of the day is not to just look at the budget, the proposed budget, and give it to the governor to just endorse, and that's all. What happens afterwards when you start releasing these funds to different sectors? Do you guys just chill out and continue your activities in the house?
Well, I thank you for that very useful question. For us in Lagos State House of Assembly, we're so particular and keen about performing our oversight functions. So each committee, we also have a way of rendering your stewardship at the end of the term to say, for this year, this is what we've been able to do in this quarter, and so on and so forth. So, and that's why we invite ministries and MDAs to come over so that we can look at what they have been able to do. And beyond that, in our budget, we have what we call the monitor. With the monitor, we can easily know what XYZ, what is meant for in the budget. So we have the opportunity to go back and see if those things are being implemented and if they were also being budgeted for. So for us in Lagos State, we don't have such problem. You will recall that in the last year, in the course of my oversight function as the chairman committee on health, we have the cost to even seal up a blood bank. We have the cost to have also get to understand that even our cardiac and renal center were not functioning as expected. So those are the parts that we play as a member representing the people of Lagos State.
A follow-up.
As a follow-up. So everything that is being budgeted for, we don't just budget. Even if it is 10 years back, we still go back to those things and see if they were well implemented. Okay.
Comrade Akwan, good morning. You're calling from Uyo.
Yeah, good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Sorry, I left Lagos for my state.
Yes, because I know you used to call from Magodo here.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Comrade Akwan.
Thank you, sir. I need to appreciate entire Lagos State. I've been here for more than a decade. In fact, about 2 decades now, precisely. I've gained a lot from Lagos State. And there is no doubt in my mind that the budget, I was actually watching Dapo and the other Commissioner for Finance.
Commissioner Ashade.
Yeah. yes, I look at the breakdown of the budget, and today is talking about health. All over the world, health is a very serious business and it's a very serious sector. Yeah. And the question I want to ask you, because that you are the chairman committee on that aspect.
Yeah.
How is going to be possible for the Lagos State to capture every Sunday to key into that scheme? And the second one is that I don't know what you are going to do, but the challenges of infrastructure in different parts of Lagos, if that budget will capture maybe Lagos Central and is very effective there, and what about the site like Ikorodu inside, and maybe somebody sick and is being referred, as you said, maybe to general, and there is no infrastructure there. But I know the Excellency has captured a lot of things in the budget, which I believe is going to see the light of the day.
Okay, Hackman, thank you so much. And let's leave that to Honorable to answer those ones, because it's talking about the infrastructure generally.
Yeah, I would say that this government have demonstrated, the government of Mr. Akinwumi Ambode have demonstrated to everybody in this country that our taxes can be used judiciously. And that is what you can see, the effects of your money being used for the purpose. You can see every part of the state is gradually turning to a construction site now. You can see development in our education, in health, in transport, in environment, every area of government, you can sectors, you can easily feel the impact. Our road, our infrastructures is improving on a daily basis. So I do not have any doubt that of his capacity to also bring in more fund to fund this budget and make it well implemented.
Okay, Reverend Dominic from Alimosho. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dr.
How are you today, sir?
Good morning. Fine. Good morning, honorable member of the State House Assembly.
Good morning, Reverend Dominic.
I have followed you for a long time. I love your passion. I love your charisma.
Thank you, sir.
I pray you go and climb to the ladder of the pinnacle of your political career.
Amen.
But I have a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just use the standpoint of where you are as a member of State Assembly to answer me this question. If you look at the way the governors have presented their budget on December, today is 11th January. Almost those budgets have been passed. Unlike what we see in National Assembly. Somebody called me yesterday in National Assembly that they have not even seen the budget Mr. President presented. How do you pass budget in the Assembly in just few seconds or few hours or few days? No, there's no way you look at, put satellite on it, is this right or wrong, and before you pass it. And the Buhari we see in National Assembly, what is different? Does it mean that these state assemblies are bought over by the governors? I'm just assuming, I'm a legislative person. Does it mean you are bought over by governors and the budget is just passed as arrival? But the National Assembly is dead on arrival.
Okay.
Number two, sir.
Reverend, we cannot do number two. Let's just do number one, because number one has got 1A and 1B also. let's get to talk about this really, because I was asking the Honorable Commissioner yesterday that it seems this budget, you guys passed it on time. He said, no, even a month, we can do better. We can even do days. That is what he said yesterday. Even this one took a while. So that he can even do shorter time. Why is it that the way you do it here is missing at the National Assembly?
I would say it's an abomination for the National Assembly or a member of National Assembly as at now to say they have not seen the budget, because from the day one when our own budget is being presented, every member of Lagos State House of Assembly already have
a
copy of the budget, so you can easily go back and study it. And beyond that, you will also recall that in Lagos State we went around as a member of each constituency to consult our constituents and get a feedback from them where they give us their own input. That input was submitted to the governor at a forum in a hotel the other day when we have a legislative and executive party. So all this is a build-up to the budget. So we already know what we'll be expecting already, because that is what the people of Lagos State is clamoring for, and that is what they were being presented with. So when they presented it, we still go through the rigorous of inviting all the MDAs and to come and defend their budgets from each subcommittee before they even come. That's why we don't even have holiday all through this festive period. We were at work Sundays.
I was at work also too.
Yes, so we were at work in Lagos State House of Assembly to ensure that we do the justice to the where we have great areas. We call those MDAs, the agencies that is involved, to ask questions
and
highlight it. You cannot even say that it is what they brought in that has been we remove. We might have the same budget size.
Can I quickly take Are and I'll come back to that, please?
Yeah.
Are is calling for me, Bejulaki. Good morning, Are.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Are.
I just want to contribute to what the Honorable is saying. What the Lagos State government are doing is really commendable. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was listening to you
We
before.
are listening.
Continue.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what they are doing in Lagos State is, I think other states need to copy from what they are doing in Lagos.
Okay.
Especially the assembly members. The oversight functions of the assembly in Lagos, I've never seen it anywhere in the country. I've never seen it in the country. It's really commendable. They need to keep it up. Talking about what is happening in the health sector in Lagos, I am a beneficiary of the present situation of health situation in Lagos. And sincerely speaking, Lagos State health sector is very, very different now.
Okay.
It's so different. They've really done a lot, and not apart from the health sector, other sectors too.
All right, and
social sector and every other thing in Lagos.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Are. Thank you for contributing today. Yeah. As we round up, what do you think, Honorable, as we go ahead in this year? You continue with your oversight functions?
Definitely.
And you were clamoring for duplication. You should avoid duplication of expenditures for the MDAs. Are you going to find out where is needed to put more money, where is the duplication?
There wouldn't even be any reason for duplication for us, because like I said, we have a monitor that monitors that have clearly stated what money is going to be spent for.
Okay.
So with that, we can easily monitor from the accounting, and that shows the accountability and transparency that we practice in Lagos State. Okay. And beyond that, for us in the Lagos State House of Assembly, like I said, we scrutinize every item. Okay. Even if you say you are going to buy this share, we're going to come in few days to find out if that share is bought and at what rates. Okay. So it makes it more easier. And looking at what the governor is doing and the kind of collaboration that is going on between the legislative and executive, like what I've just told you now, if we could have an input to call the constituent to give us what they needed in our different constituencies, and we're able to hand it over to the governor, and those things were inputted into this current budget. You will see that last year, before the governor could present the budget, was a bit late. Yes. Why? Because they need to accommodate what the people of Lagos have dropped for them.
We need to go now, but can you drop a line for the people of Lagos, the people that are dropping the tax for all this?
Yes. I would just say that they should keep supporting this government by paying up their taxes, and they should also believe in the government of Lagos and continue to support us and collaborate and with us. If there are areas they need to ask questions, they are free to ask questions, and we will always provide answers. And the Lagos State House of Assembly is there for you to write your petitions, and even if you need anything, any clarification, you can always come to your house. Right. It's your house. Right. And the Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Baswa, will definitely attend to it.
All right, the wonderful Honorable Segun Olurade Elenio, a chair, House Committee on Health, a member, Lagos State House of Assembly representing Ekpe Constituency 2. Nice having you around today.
Thank you, and God bless you all.
Okay, we need to go on a short break. When we come back, I will introduce my other guest and introduce the other topic also. Don't go anywhere. to the news, and we saw yesterday that Osun State has been so magnanimous by creating an IDP camp in Osun State. IDP camp now not for the internally displaced person. They said it's internally displaced pensioners. Pensioners that are internally displaced. How true is that? They were just everywhere in the media.
It's not true. And it's not everywhere in the media. It's just a section of the media that become veteran in orchestrated attack against the person of Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola that is peddling this. And I would want to correct this impression. We do not have internally displaced pensioners in Osun. As we speak, we had paid our pensioners till December 2016 on our modulated scale. I will explain the modulated scale. Last time I was here, I explained it a bit. A section of our workforce gets a fraction of their salary. But chunk of our workers and chunk of our pensioners gets their full salary under the modulated scheme. So we do not have internally displaced camp in Osun. And if you look at the picture, a print media is circulating. We've got 21,552 pensioners in Osun, local government and state. Less than 200, in fact less than 100 people gathered. They came in exotic cars and they said they had created internally displaced camp. We sympathize with people of Adamawa, Yobe and Borono. It's not a thing of joy. For us, as far as we're concerned, we feel they are mocking them. But as a government that is responsible and we are up to our responsibility, we will continue to do what is right for our people. And the welfare of our workers is paramount.
So are you saying Mr. Omoni Ilesomi, the chairman of the forum, 2011-2012 retirees forum, is not being truthful?
No, he cannot deny the fact that he has not collected his December 2016 pension. Let me tell you, there are a lot of states around us. There is a state I want to mention that has not paid pension for about 72 months.
So when was the last time you paid pension?
We paid our pension till December 2016.
That's last month?
Last month. As a matter of fact, there was this Paris Club reform that the federal government did. Osun got 11.7. And you know, good enough, Osun was our government was among the very few governors that came out quickly to tell the whole world, I got this amount. And the federal government said 50% of that amount, of the amount disbursed should be used to offset salaries. We did more than that. Last week of December, second and last week of December, we doled out about 14.2 billion to offset salaries of September, October, November, and December. And out of the 14.2 billion, our pensioner got about 2.57 billion naira.
Did it went to the right people, like the right?
Of course, it's a structured arrangement. You cannot put it in my pocket. It's a structured arrangement. We have automated all those systems. It's a structure. They all got it. So I can tell you, the man that you quoted, they cannot tell me he did not get his December pension.
Because the way he painted the story, like the painted the story was like people are dying of hunger. 9 months arrears have not been paid.
That's not true.
And they said the government has been paying half pension since July 2015. Is that true?
Now, there are two things you said there. Arrears have not been paid.
Yes.
The government is paying half.
Yes.
Contradictory statement. But I'm not going to even attend to that. I just explained earlier that what we have in Osun is modulated scale. And under that modulated scale, we have an agreement with the union, the labor union. And let me just give you genesis into the whole thing. When Governor Rauf Aregbesola came into office as the governor, crude was sold for $100 per barrel. Wage bill for state was 1.4. As at last year, in fact, as at 2014, crude had gone to about $25 per barrel. Wage bill had gone to 3.6 per month. So we needed to adjust in our spending. We needed to adjust in a lot of things. And we agreed with the workers that how can we get out of this? And we all came up with the idea of modulated scale, that, okay, just a section of the workers will get half salaries, while the rest will get full salaries. And we both agreed that let us sort up an apportionment committee headed by the first NLC chairman, Comrade Azan Sumonu, with representative of labor and government. That everything that comes into the state, federal allocation, IGR, we'll look at it and we'll look at the way we pay salary from it. And under that agreement, we categorically stated it that once our income improves, would improve on the modulated scheme. And when we got refund from the Paris Club, the governor said, okay, levels 8 to 10, we are going to increase your own salary to 75%. Levels 1 to 7 collect full. Then 8 to 10, we are going to increase the salary to 75%. Then 12 and above, you get to 50%. And when things improve, we are going to offset the areas.
Okay.
And we're going to pay you. The same thing for the pensioners.
Okay,
Chunk
so-
of our
so they were-
pensioners,
they are modulated scheme also.
chunk of our pensioners hands between 1,000 to 20,000. So we pay them full. Then when we review the modulated, those are hands 20,000 to 80,000. They got 75%. So only few of them, like a retired PS, as a retired PS, you still get a monthly pension of about 400,000. So we said, okay, we'll give you half, which is about 200K. So for those that hands above 80,000 pensioners, they get half. So in spite of all that, under the modulated scale, chunk of our workers and chunk of our pensioners get full salary. And we have ensured that we paid till December 2016.
So you are saying, the way you said it now, that means some people, the ones above 80,000, right?
Yes.
Some of them have not been paid.
No, they've been paid. But there's an understanding that your balance, you get it as soon as things improve.
So I'm right to say some of them have not. You guys have been paying half salary. I mean half pension for a while for some set of people.
Yes, we call it modulated. We don't use the word half because there's an agreement that if this thing improves, it goes up. So that's why we don't call it half. I just told you that a chunk of them also got 75% of their salary. But give us a take, there are a lot of states around us with the economic reality that are not paying the
at
kobo.
all. Okay, so you're
we
saying,
have done ours
okay,
till December. I just told you 14.2 billion went out within 10 days. And the pensioners alone took 2.57 billion naira.
Remy, are you saying now that the ones that collect 80 below, you're not owing any one of them?
20 to 80, they got 75% for 4 months, for the last 4 months of last year.
Okay.
So that shows we are owing them. We have an outstanding of 25% of the salaries to pay them.
For how many months?
I just told you 4 months now.
4 months, okay.
So, but you see, there's an agreement between us that this is what we can afford.
It's not as if they're not getting anything.
No, they are. So they get the salary. I mean, if you are supposed to get you are supposed to get 80,000 and you got 65,000, and you know this is your salary, and there's an agreement that for now this is what we would call your salary. It's not a decision we took alone. It was a decision everybody, we sat down, because we had the option of either retrenching. Our revenue had gone down, and Osun is not in isolation, happened across the country.
Are you saying the Sumono man, Sumon, right? The first NLC,
veteran.
the
NLC,
veteran.
Yes.
Did they sit in for the pensioners also?
No, they have a representative on that committee. It's a large committee. You have labor, you have pensioners.
So the pensioners were duly represented.
They are duly represented. So they know what is happening there.
Wow, it's not as if you took this decision.
No, you see, we shouldn't take those people
But
serious. I just told you something.
do you know this Ilesome man? Do you have?
No, I just told you something. I said, okay, social media. 100 people cannot gather where you have 21,500 to speak on behalf of the remaining 21,000. When others came out and said, no, we've been paid. He's saying we have not been paid, and that's a lie.
So the question I wanted to ask, do you have anything, do you have a personal grudge? That's the government of Osun State.
No, we don't.
Does it have a personal grudge with Mr. Omoni Ilesome, the chairman of the forum of 2011-12? Because how can he lead a set of people out there to say the government has not paid,
Now, you know
whereby you've paid?
And you know the interesting thing?
Yes.
It was led, I mean, it was co-joined. I mean,
It was collaborated with.
No, not collaborated.
Okay,
I want to
co-joined.
get there's a retired, not even retired, a dismissed judge that wrote a lot of lies against the government, and the Nigerian Judicial Commission, NJC, decided to investigate, and they discovered she lied, and she was dismissed. So the judge joined the man to say a lot of things. And one of those channels, one of his TV stations in Nigeria, gave a prominence to what the judge said. A dismissed judge that ordinarily is not even qualified to be a pensioner because she's been dismissed because she lied against the government. And NJC found out that she lied. So she also joined the man.
Are you saying this is like a personal vendetta?
No, it's an occultural thing. If we had paid, and the evidence is there that we've paid. In fact, if you get to the street of Osun and ask anybody, did Aregbe Shola pay in December? Everybody knew, because 14.2 billion came into the economy and it shook Osun, so we knew money came in. So if less than 100 people gathered for less than 30 minutes to tell you they are opening IDP camp, and they came in exotic car, so it tells you they are up to something. And I just told you, it's a collaboration between them and a media outfit, an electronic media outfit and a print media outfit, who wants to bring down the government of Rauf Aregbesola.
What do they have against the government of Aregbesola?
No, if you recollect, before our election in 2014, they wrote a lot of things, they said a lot of things. They were the one that propagated this issue of Islamization. They wanted to bring down the government, but unfortunately for them, because people of Osun understand the truth, they know that this is a man that came, promised to do this, and he has fulfilled this. So they voted for us against all odds. I tell you today, the governor has spent 6 years, about 6 years in office. If he still walks on the street of Oshogbo today, you see people alienating because they know the truth. These stations will not come and tell the outside world that we remain the only state in Nigeria that is doing the feeding program. As a matter of fact, the electronic media platform that I told you about, I won't mention their name, claimed that we have stopped our feeding program. Whereas 262,000 people still benefit for their feeding program, for our feeding program. We are not saying they should praise us. But what we are saying is, if you have doubt about the feeding program, just walk to any of those schools. We have over 1,000 schools. Go to any of those schools and go and check at the time they do the feeding thing. Are they still feeding? They did a report that we have stopped the feeding program, yet they are not corrected, despite the fact that we complained to them. They came and they said the governor wanted to Islamize the state. They did all that. So we know them for what they are doing. And we know their aim. But we are happy because the people of Osun knows the truth. This outfit won't come out and tell you that we have done over 60 new mega schools. There's no state in Nigeria that has done that. These things are visible. In Oshogbo alone, I can count 10 schools. They won't come and tell you that Okwanmo, this is the fourth set that is using Okwanmo. They will go out there and report something that is not true. So, but we are happy because the people of the state knows the truth and they're always supporting us. That's why I said less than 100 people got. How many newspaper used it? Just a newspaper. They just one platform. You're a credible platform. You didn't use it because it's a lie. They just gathered for less than an hour, came with an exotic car, and they said they are suffering. Okay. We understand the economic situation, and we appreciate our workers and our pensioners for understanding the situation.
Okay, Engineer Moai, I need to interrupt you now to go on this short break, and I know we will include your calls also. If you feel otherwise about what you're saying, please call us now, okay? We'll go on this short break. When we come back, we'll include your calls and ask him more questions. Don't go anywhere. So welcome back. I still have Engineer Oluremi Moai, SSA, to the Governor of Osun State in the studio. But I have George on the line from Ikeja. Good morning, George.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, sir.
There's something the gentleman said that he needs to clarify.
Okay.
He said that the pensioners have been paid the modulated pension up to date. But at the same time, he said they paid them 4 months arrears in December. That suggests that as of December, they were being owed for about 4 months. So let me clarify. Let us know whether there was actually
a need. Thank you, sir. We are in January 2017.
Gathered to do.
All right, then. George, leave it for him to tell us about that.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. We're in January 2017. We had paid up to December 2016. I said we did a backlog. We cleared the arrears in December 2016. And this is January 2017. So we are not owing them.
But I still don't understand why some people will go out there and
no,
say
I just told you something. I said there's a lot of orchestrated media attack against the person of Rauf. I met a journalist one day. I said, I don't like the outlook of your governor. So there's nothing he does that will place me. And I said, that's your problem. Before the man came to become governor, he had always been keeping beard. So he came and said he wanted to be governor. We voted for him first time. We voted for him second time. So if you have a problem with his look, that's his problem. People for sure don't have a problem with it.
You mean the facial look or the...
No, his look. I said I'm a Christian, he's a Muslim. So I don't care about that. You see, there's no amount of bad reporter that they give us that will change the fact that, let me tell you something. When the governor came in, there's our state university had a problem with medicine. And the students were stranded. 86 of them, we took them abroad. As we speak, 50 of them will graduate next year in one of the best universities in Eastern Europe as a medical doctor. Out of the 86, 50 will graduate in May next year. There's no state in Nigeria that has that fit.
Marvelous.
Even oil-producing state had withdrawn their students. The students are graduating. So there's no amount of bad media you give us that will change the fact that we have done over 60 new schools.
Okay,
and
Marvelous.
that's the facts.
Good morning, Marvelous.
Hello, good morning, Mr.
Morning, sir.
And good morning to your guests in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
And so to me, everybody knows Aregbesola for controversy. Everybody, anybody that calls, would always want to disagree with Aregbesola. Right from the Gap crisis, so December 13th, that was last year, 2016. Aregbesola said specifically that he has not been paid salary since 2010, and he will continue to pay half salaries. Put him in. You can do the man, the SSA can confirm that. He said that we continue to be paid half our salaries till the end of the year, till Wednesday things get through. So me, I feel Aregbesola needs to step up more. The Gap crisis, we saw that he is handling it. He was not quite good in handling it. A lot of crisis in Osun State. His salary, even the chief judge that was that. To me, I continue to support that woman because the woman said the truth. She said.
Marvelous. I was trying to make sense of what you said because that line was not the best, really. I was saying something like...
I was from what you said. We were not the one that dismissed the judge. She wrote a petition. She was invited to come and defend the petition.
You made the judge
that is leading now.
the
so
protest.
we were not the one that dismissed her. She got to NJC. She couldn't defend what she wrote. And she was dismissed. So that's that Aregbesola's problem. Coming down to the issue of salary, we are a government that will always stand by the truth. I didn't come here to tell you pay full salary. I explained to you earlier, I said we have modulated salary scale. And under the modulated, a cadre of our worker, those in the higher end column, hence a portion, chunk and half of their salary.
Okay, can I quickly take...
chunk of our worker, majority of them gets their full payment.
Because you told me the last time, really, because when you were here on the program that you were not being paid, and afterwards you were being paid on that same day. I remember you said something like that.
Yeah, I was here December, and I told you we were doing... Then we did 3 months. September, November, and September, October, November. And the day I came here was the day they even did November. And the following week, we did December. So by December 30th, we had done, cleared all the arrears.
I have a call from Ede, Osun State. Abiodun, good morning, sir. Hello, good morning, Abiodun.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
We're waiting for you. Your contribution, please.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning. This is Olani Abiodun from Osun State.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I wanted to contribute to the program going on.
Okay. You can still do that.
Okay. Engineer Remi Omowaye, who is the SSA to the governor on the electronic media, has spoken. And he has spoken well. And to be honest, all what he has said is all about the true reflection of what is happening in the state.
So you are saying the pensioners are not being held in Osun State?
The pensioners are not being held, but there is one clarification. And the clarification is this. Since June last year, 2016, the government has embarked on this modulated scales of paying the workers. But the bitter truth there is he has analyzed how the modulated scheme works. You know, people from level 1 to 7 are being paid full salary.
Yes.
People from 8 to 10, they are being paid 75% of their salaries. And those from level 12 upward, they are being paid 50% of their allowance. Do you understand?
Okay.
But the position is this. The remaining amounts, which has been owed from 2016 up to this moment, should be clarified that, those people that have not been paid the little enumerations or the little percentage remaining, they will soon be paid. That is what people want to hear from the governor. It's not about coming and saying the governor, I agree with what he said, but it should just give a clarification.
So, Abiodun, you are saying some people are still being owed. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, they are being owed from 2015 to 2015.
The pensioners?
The pensioners, yeah, including even the serving workers.
Okay, but those that fall into the category of the modulated salary, right?
Yes, they should be rest assured that we are going to balance your as soon as things improve in the state. The man is trying. Nobody is saying the governor is not trying. Osun is one of the poorest states in Nigeria. Everybody understands that.
But they should come out. They should come out and tell people.
They should come out and say, oh, the little balances that are left behind from level 8 upward. You know, from level 1 to 7, we never say they are being owed for any reason.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, and I get what you mean.
From level 1 to 7 are being paid fully. Right from onset, they are not owed.
Okay, is that going? Thank you so much, Abiodun. Is that going what you say?
I think I need to explain this.
Okay.
We are not saying they don't have a portion of their salary to still collect. We are not saying they don't have. It's an agreement, we all agree. But I can tell you, you should ask yourself, we have 21,500 pensioners. Less than 100 came out to claim they were forming IDPs. It tells you the remaining ones knows the truth. It's an obvious truth. We don't have the money. It's a national problem. It's not Osun problem alone.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you a question? Let me ask you a question before you explain. You are telling me that those ones agitating now,
yes,
they've been paid part of their salary, like 70% of their salary.
Let me tell you, most of them that we identified had even been paid full. So because it's an orchestrated, it's a political thing. There's a cleric that is an apologist of PDP that has also been writing petition against the government. It was there leading them. Several of their leaders are known PDP chieftain in the state.
So you think this is political?
It is strictly political. If it is not political, you wouldn't have 100 people out of 21,000 coming to say they have not been paid at all. They are saying they have not been paid at all. They are not even saying you have a fraction, you have to give us. They are saying we have not been paid at all.
Wonderful. Okay, as we round up now, we have a minute to go. Do you have a message for the people now? Because they said they need something.
No, we are doing that, and that's why I'm here. We appreciate the people of Osun. We appreciate our people that, in spite of the orchestrated media attack, coordinated by some media outfit out here, they stood by us. We appreciate them, and we can rest assured them that, by God's grace and with their continuous support, several of our projects that we are rounding up, we are going to complete them. That's why if you get to Osun today, Osun still remains a construction site. By God's grace, we are doing it. And they blackmailed us at a point that we were owing a lot. We did not borrow beyond our capacity. And I can tell you our debt profile is gradually coming down.
Okay.
And by God's grace, we will continue to collaborate with TV stations like TVC that are sincere, that will give us fair and balanced reportage.
Wonderful.
We are not saying you should come and be telling us that we have done this, but a government that woke up one day and commissioned 21 roads in Oshogbo, 15 roads in a day in Ilesha, with deserved commendation.
I thought we were going to round up, but I need to squeeze this call from Oshogbo. Good morning. Oh, he's out. He's out. Wonderful. Since that call is out.
Thank you, Dapo. We appreciate you.
Wonderful.
All. And I want to assure you all that Mr. Governor would continue to do the best. So he promised us a lot of things when he came in. And we don't have option than to fulfill those promises.
And we'll promise we'll be on your case until you fulfill your promises.
No, we have finished already. So I would even suggest you come down to Oshogbo and come and look at the new Oshogbo.
I'm inviting you
because we want
to
rival Lagos. When you get to Oshogbo, before Rauf came in, Oshogbo was nothing. It was like a sub-town.
Okay, invite the program to Oshogbo. Maybe we'll have a chat with the governor soon, okay?
You come, you even go and meet the governor. You go on the street and ask people.
Wonderful.
You see it yourself. Thank you so much, Zapo.
Engineer Oluremi Omowaye, SSA, Electronic Media to Osun State Governor. Thank you so much for coming on the program also. And that's all for today. The first hour we had Honorable Lulade, and we just finished with Engineer Omowaye. Thank you so much. That's our package for today. Join us tomorrow. My name is Dakpo Aruwajoye. See you tomorrow, and God bless Nigeria.